Hey guys, it's Artsy, and remember when I made this video that long ago? Well, this is part 2, so let's get right into it. Now, I worked on the backstory of this character I created for a little bit. Also, if you haven't watched part 1, then go watch part 1 because you kind of need to understand what I'm saying in this video. Also, spoilers, the audio for this video is probably going to suck because I'm on headphones right now and trying to be kind of quiet because we have people in our house right now, so sorry, not sorry. Anyways, back to the character. Her name is Naomi because I like that name a lot, and I'm reading this off of my phone. She had a good life and family, but one day she went to the beach and was pulled under by the waves. So there wasn't really a tragic backstory until she became a demon. She lived the experience, but was pulled onto a boat, which Muzan happened to be on, and he turned her into demon because he saw potential in her. She acts like a siren basically, but she doesn't eat people, she just drowns them. She gains her power by drinking the blood in the water that's contaminated around her, which is kind of dark, but I liked the idea, so I rolled with it. She doesn't have a last name because I don't know Japanese and I'm not Japanese and I don't want to do anything wrong or stereotypical, like just giving her the most popular Japanese name. Also, I don't know how to pronounce everything or anything, so yeah, she has no last name. She does lure lost sailors to their death, but not in the same way that a normal siren would, because instead of having a beautiful song, she has a screech-like song that makes the sailors have to clip their ears and run the boat into rocks or something, so then they drown and she can drink their blood, which is really dark, but you know, it's Demon Slayer, so like, Demon Slayer is really dark. Her attacks aren't really hard hitting, they're kind of just like powerful but not so powerful, but she does a lot of them because she has a spear, which causes her to be able to attack a lot of times, and that's her main strength. She's faster in the water than on land because when she was on land, she used to be a swimmer, but she drowned anyways because the currents were too strong while they were on a family vacation. She planned to swim in college, but obviously didn't get there because she passed away in high school. And she drowned while on vacation in Hawaii because I want to go to Hawaii and not to drown, just to go on vacation. And it was the first place that I thought of, to be honest. That's honestly all I have to add to her story. If you're still confused, you should probably go watch the first video. And if you're still confused, my bad. It's been a while since I watched any Demon Slayer. Now about the art, I was actually going to do 2 versions, one with her as a mermaid and one with her as not a mermaid, but this took way too long, so I decided against it. Also, I have some of the footage as sped up version that the speed paint that Clip Studio Paint takes, not Clip Studio, Procreate takes, and then I have some of it as a screen recording. That's because I ran out of storage constantly and I kept on having to deleting stuff and not getting clips, and also I just kept on forgetting to record, so sorry, but I think that it adds a little bit of spice to the video, which is nice. I don't think I'm making any sense today, but it's fine because I'm gonna somehow need to talk for upwards of 12 minutes. So most of my videos are really short, as you guys probably know if you followed me. Also, by the way, if you're new here, hi, consider subscribing because I'm trying to grow my following and possibly make some money off of this because I like clothes and I want to buy clothes. Just kidding, that's not the only reason I do YouTube is for the money. I'm not even making anything right now, and that's not even my goal. My goal is just to have fun and enjoy the process kind of because I really like to draw and I like to make people's days, and I get a lot of comments saying that my videos make them happy, so I keep doing it. I had a lot of trouble drawing a couple of things, specifically the like angle, because the head is closer to you and the tail is in the back. I tried to like make the tail look a little bit foggier in the distance, which helped, but I needed to look up a few references on Pinterest for her head because I couldn't figure out how to get her head to like lay on her body in a way that made sense according to her neck. It's kind of confusing, but I was confused. So also, the hand holding of the spear was really difficult for me. I redid it like for half an hour, and I also had to look up a reference for that. Also, speaking of references in Pinterest, Pinterest is like so toxic. I watch one video about how to do your hair, and I get 20 on how to have an hourglass body and be skinnier. Like, if you're young, please delete Pinterest. It's horrible. I'm young. I'm being hypocritical. I'm not going to delete Pinterest. It can be a great resource, but why do people post stuff like that? I don't understand. It doesn't matter. Whatever, though. That's just my opinion, but I have a very valid opinion. After being in YouTube for a while, I've come to the conclusion that I can basically post or say whatever I want because nobody will care because I don't have a very big following, and everybody I know doesn't really watch my videos anymore, including my boyfriend, which I'm kind of salty about, but we don't talk about it. Anyways, yeah, so I kind of just share my opinions and say whatever because it's not like I'm going to get made fun of in school. I'm on summer break and I'm going to a new school where I know nobody. What grade are you guys going into? Question of the day. I hate question of the day. Not really question of the day, but just like if you'd like to say something in the comments, tell me what grade you're going into. I'm just curious. I'm going into 9th. I've officially ditched and broken up with my old editing software, which was Villo, because it sucks and it breaks every 2 seconds, and I downloaded CapCut, which has been going pretty smoothly, although it was a little bit tough to understand. And I was made fun of by my friends for not knowing how to use it immediately, but I'm sorry that I'm not naturally gifted at the internet. Like, it took me a second to understand what everything does, and that's not bad. YouTube, I don't think is ever going to become a profession for me just because I don't like writing scripts or just writing at all. So I think that's just going to be a hobby, but if I start to make a ton of money, it can be like a part-time job, I guess. Although I have a feeling I'm not going to make very much off of this app, considering my personality and how uninteresting I am other than drawing and singing, which are like basically the only 2 things I do. Somehow I've managed to ramble halfway through this video, so I'm gonna go back to talking about this character and this collab and this drawing because I feel like nobody actually cares about my life on this channel. I sound so pick-me right now. Oh my god. I don't mean that you guys don't care, I mean that, like, it's not really relevant to what I'm doing right now. Anyways, about the drawing. What demon possessed me to make her eyes look the way that they did underwater in the reference photo? You could probably look at it if you zoom in. But why would I ever do that? They were so ugly, so I changed them. I just made them like weird and glowy because, it was really bad before. Oh yeah, by the way, if you still haven't gone to watch the first video and are confused what I'm talking about, you should definitely go watch the first video. But like her eyes, I made it so she can only see on land and underwater. She's blind or has really blurry vision, so I just made them like little like circles. It was really stupid. Anyway, but I changed them to make them just like really light, the way that somebody who's actually blind's eyes would kind of look, because that looked way better. I also made her look a little bit more villainly and less soft because I feel like in my original she looks so soft and like womanly, and obviously it's still womanly to be angular. I am very angular, but like I wanted her to have a little bit more angles and to look a little bit more cartoony and less like rounded because she looked too round to be a villain. So I changed that too. Some aspects of this original design were questionable at best, but I had to keep most of the stuff because obviously this is a part 2 and I'm not just redesigning the character I already redesigned. Maybe I should have done this before a month ago though, so that would have been nice. Sorry my channel is inconsistent, like almost as inconsistent as, actually never mind, I probably shouldn't say that considering this is supposed to be a kids-friendly channel. Yeah, so I'm really inconsistent with my posting, but I'm gonna try and get back into the groove because the grind never stops, and I actually had fun like doing this drawing, and I've had fun drawing recently. I just needed a little break, I think, because sometimes I get really into drawing for a little while and then I go really hard at it and then I don't want to draw anymore because I've pushed myself too much. So I tried not to do this. I worked on this piece over the course of like a whole week, and boy, it took forever. I think it took like 6 hours or something, or 4 hours. It was tough. And then I'm editing this video now, and I think that I finished this video in about a week, so that's realistic for an amount of time it will take to make a YouTube video. Hi, I'm back. I know I didn't even leave for you guys, but like I got distracted on my phone for about 10 minutes, sorry. Part of me wants to like make the video on how to be a successful YouTuber or art YouTuber, but also like then again, I don't think that I have the keys to success on that one considering I only have 400 subscribers. But should I do it anyways? Because I think I know how, I just choose not to. Anyway, back to the art again. So I started out my process. My process is this. I started out by thumbnailing. I did 6 thumbnails and I chose one. And then I make that really big and I sketch over it and I do like a clean sketch basically. That's the really rough sketch, is the thumbnail. And then I line it and I outline the whole thing in one color. Generally it's the most prevalent color in a design. And then I do a clipping mask, and to that I clip all the other colors, which is what I'm doing right now. Then after that I kind of do the highlights and shading and the rendering, and then I add filing touches, and then I'm done. Finishing touches, and then I'm done. I think thumbnailing is really important when it comes to art because you need to know like all the possibilities it could be instead of just settling on the first one. And I know that it can be tedious, but if you do them really, really rough, then it's generally not a problem. I really liked the way that I shaded and highlighted this. I think that I tried out a different technique this time and it was really pretty. I did some parts hard shading, some parts like soft shading, and it was very like cartoony, but more detailed than you would normally have a cartoon, although not realistic at all, but I still really liked it. So I think I might try this technique again. The most fun part I had of doing this whole drawing was probably making all the glowy parts, which were the blue parts glow once I add the background and stuff, and doing the see-through webbing of her like hands and stuff. That was really fun for me. Anyways, this video is quickly coming to a close, so I want to quickly, once again, thank Shy Thimbly for collabing with me. This was really fun. Also, they released their part of this collab, so go check it out. It was really outstanding, and I loved, like, every part of it, and they put so much effort into it, way more effort than I did. I'm so sorry, into the backstory and the drawings and everything that was so beautiful about that. Thank you so much. I had such a good time with this. Sorry it took so long to do part 2. Procreate says that the drawing took just about 6 hours, but I think it was a little bit more because they only like track when you're literally touching the screen with your Apple Pencil. So I think it was closer to like 6.5, 7, which is the longest I've ever spent on the drawing, but I enjoyed every second of it. And I had such a fun time doing this. I really liked every part of this. It was such a fun project, and that's why I'm hoping that you like this video and that this is such a fun video to watch. Tell me in the comments. Oh, and one more thing, I'm going to be posting a short with this on my channel, so go check it out. I'm going to say the same thing in the short to come check out this video. You know, the works. I just realized I have an extra minute to talk, so I'm just going to ramble on for a second. Don't mind me. A sneak peek for the next video is I'm going to be drawing every generation of a very popular video game that I like a lot that happens to involve 2 people and that has a bunch of reincarnations. I'm not gonna spoil more than that. But anyways, here is the finished drawing, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all next time, hopefully. And also, once again, thank you for your support. Bye!